Nobody sings a song like Geddy Lee.
To mold a new reality, closer to the heart. Yeah, closer to the heart.
And anyone who tries to never quite succeeds.
Something's out of whack.
I think I screwed the timing at the end, didn't I?
They're singing their hearts out in tribute bands, trying to capture the intricate sound of Rush and the one-of-a-kind Geddy squeal.
Good luck. I can barely do it.
So why try? Why go on stage and struggle to copy the most successful progressive rock band on the planet?
Because everything I do in my life is Rush is involved somehow.
It's like you're in your special secret club as a kid.
The song is named for the year, 2112. It's a century away, but Toronto rock band Rush is already there, singing about a science fiction future world where Big Brother runs everything.
"2112" is about fighting against the man. Right on. Whether they're in outer space or they're in Florida.
The music of Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Neil Peart is complicated, demanding, and difficult to play. That means it doesn't get much radio play. But Rush fans don't care. They like to spend quality time in a universe of their own. They're people like these who think nothing of putting on bunny and skeleton suits and hopping around in the Arizona desert. They're making a home video using characters from Rush album covers. They may be the most uncool rock fans on the planet.
It's truly music made by kings for geeks.
Made by kings for geeks.
It's pure devotion, and some take it to a whole new level in Rush tribute bands. There are more than 200 of them around the world, all trying their best to master the technical and layered Rush sound. The Geddys seem to have it the hardest.
When I was younger, I wrote a lot of really ridiculous vocal parts that are still very hard to reproduce.
My name's Geddy Lee, and I am the bass player, keyboardist, / vocalist for Free Will, the Rush tribute.
His real name is Dave Cornwall. Dave and his buddies from Phoenix, Arizona are skilled amateur rockers who can play anything and find Rush the most challenging. They've been playing it devotedly for 13 years. And they're still trying to get it right.
Take 489,582. Success.
Now that's dedication. Dave stops at nothing to master the sound. He's head over heels for Rush.
Why do a tribute? That's a loaded question. Love of the music.
Take Dave's house. It's the place he shares with his wife, Valerie, and his other love.
It was a 2-car garage originally, and we enclosed it, and over the years, it's become this.
A rehearsal studio, complete with soundproofing on the walls. There's a whole music store in here. If Dave has a minute or a dime to spare, this is where he spends it.
This is the bass world right here. Then my two basses, the Rickenbacker. There's a Ricky here. And then I got the jazz bass here. And I just have a couple keyboards, the bass tones. Here's my sampler, and I have the vocal mic. And this is my Les Paul. My trick bag here. And why is it not working? When you're trying to run all this stuff, it can be pretty daunting. But that's where all those years of rehearsal really, you know, come in.
Dave knows 60 Rush songs down to the last note. He even has a hint of the Rush look.
He does look a little like Geddy. They're about the same height and build, and Dave's nose is a little smaller than Geddy's, but otherwise they're very similar in structure.
So you'd think he'd be pretty confident about the show he and the guys have coming up in just 3 days, here at the clubhouse. He isn't.
Yeah, I want a lot of things to go right that night, so I have a lot of concerns.
That's because Dave is determined to make his shows bigger and bigger. But after 13 years, it's getting harder. For this one, he's adding double-neck guitars.
The fans will go wild when they see the double neck, that's for sure.
Some fancy new robes while they're playing the double necks.
Gigolo look, I'm kind of digging it. See, but this would just be, you know.
Okay. I do get like a bonus or something for this, right?
An elaborate video projection show.
This is where we'll start. And we'll do our 30. We'll be playing, and then we'll have the projection behind us.
And a guest appearance by the guy in the bunny suit and some of his friends.
Yeah, get up there and wiggle your tail like that. Right.
How do you top all that?
I don't know after this show, what I'm gonna have to do. Probably burn myself alive while I play.
When you're smitten with Rush, you think big.
This truck driving is a perfect job for me.
It gives Mike Deo of Burlington, Ontario, time to mentally plan for the perfect gig for his Rush tribute band, 2112.
Just keep building and get bigger halls and eventually work our way to Massey Hall.
Massey Hall? Is he serious? This place is a Canadian music shrine. Even the real Rush found it intimidating when they played here.
I do remember coming in the afternoon and looking around when the place was empty for sound check and thinking, oh my God, this is Massey Hall?
Massey Hall is the dream, but you've got to start somewhere. Like here, in a Burlington industrial park. Mike's rented a small room so his band can rehearse for a gig down the road. They're playing the Boston Manor Sports Bar in 3 days. It has no stage and plenty of distractions. Like Dave back in Phoenix, this will be Mike's biggest show, and he wants everything to be just right. It's a ton of pressure for guys with day jobs. Phil Jones is the Alex. Sam Albarrán is the Neil. Mike should have the starring role as the Geddy, but he has a problem.
Well, I can't sing that high. You know, I can barely sing at all.
That makes Mike just half.
Well, I can't sing that high. You know, I can barely sing at all.
That makes Mike just half a Geddy. The bass and keyboard playing half.
Starting with this note. Ready?
C, 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 C.
The other half, the singing half, falls to Serge Korobkov.
C, 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 C.
I always wonder what people think when they see me rehearse in my car, because it's very loud and I make all these, you know, facial expressions and stuff.
Ooh, we've taken care of everything! The ones you hear, the songs you sing, the pictures that give pleasure to your eyes!
It's a labor of love, but love is expensive, and Mike is pulling his bandmates in deeper and deeper.
I need another foot pedal controller like Mike's got in order to help trigger some sounds and stuff like that, so.
There's a whole segment of this drum set that I'm missing, is the electronic kit behind.
We're still a baby. We're still working on it. We don't want to see him doing any pirouettes and anything on stage that might get us beat up.
Free Will, a Rush tribute band in Phoenix, Arizona, is now just a day away from their next gig, and rehearsal is not going well.
Something's out of whack.
It's no surprise. When you play Rush, something's always out of whack.
Didn't sound good enough, or what?
I don't think there's one Rush song that we play 100% perfect.
It's tricky work for amateurs whose day jobs have nothing to do with music.
Closer to the heart.
Dave Spaghetti Lee is a systems technologist. Mike Orelli, the Alex, is a nurse's aide.
Give me a holler, you need something.
All right, will do.
And Rob Kippard, the Neil, is a building inspector.
Do I need that in there for my rough-in, for my inspection? On the other side of this wall here.
Ooh, I got a screw loose.
Even the real Rush struggles, and it's their music.
Geddy's playing bass, he's singing, he's also triggering maybe some keyboard parts or some bass pedal parts with his feet. I've got all kinds of pedals that I'm triggering all the time, and I'm singing as well. And playing guitar. Neil's playing drums the way he plays drums like no other drummer in the world. And at the same time, he's triggering other samples of keyboard parts.
I read an ad once for a Rush tribute band that claimed they sound more like us than we do. And I thought that was fantastic. I really liked that.
Geddy didn't really fill me in on exactly how he did it. All the different sounds, the intros for 2112, or I use this top one usually for the lead passages that Geddy might play. And then this is mostly the heavier synth sound, like that. Trying to figure it out, listening, and going, I think that's it.
I just listen to it over and over and over. That sounds like a big drum, that sounds like a small drum. Grab a pair of sticks and go for it.
You know what drove me crazy? He was trying to learn that one little thing from the trees, you know, where he's like, That took me like a week because not seeing him ever play it really up close, those notes could be found in so many different places. So I'm like looking for it and all these, and then I finally saw him and it was just so easy. The trick about him is how efficient his playing is.
You talk better than me. Go right on in there.
It's Dave's Rush Museum, jam-packed with treasures.
This is the Starband logo from 2112, and it's basically man being oppressed. You know, the star being the oppressor and the naked man being the oppressee. So if I have a collection of the tour books.
This one he keeps lovingly under wraps.
This is the original 2112 tour book. What's cool about this tour book is Neil Peart actually used this.
And how about this? A t-shirt tossed to Dave during a Rush concert by Alex Lifeson himself.
Alex came right over to where me and Val, my wife, was, and he just threw that thing right at us. I was pretty much going nuts and losing it.
But nothing says I love Rush like a coin-operated Maytag commercial clothes dryer.
Basically, this is my tribute to Geddy.
Geddy Lee, for reasons of his own, likes to have one or more on stage. So what's a tribute band zealot to do but get one too?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it works pretty well, actually. It lights it up pretty good. The dryer passed the test. Good deal.
In Burlington, Ontario, Mike Deo doesn't have a dryer yet. It's on his wish list.
I'm trying to find a stackable washer and dryer, like the apartment size.
But right now, Mike has other things to worry about. His show at Boston Manor is coming up so soon, and the band is in rocker hell.
Well, if ever there was a reason to leave it out, that's it.
I blew it at the end there.
I don't think any of us were blameless in that one.
Hey, my tuner's not on, that's why it sounds
Everybody's timing is off. On top of that, Mike has a sprained shoulder.
It must be you.
It's still messed up.
An injury he got driving the big rig.
And I had to go get a cortisone shot, but
Now Mike's bass guitar is a painful burden, but he wouldn't think of stopping the music. His love affair with Rush goes back to his boyhood.
my brother Mark introduced me to Rush. I was laughing and made fun of Geddy's voice because I thought it was a girl at first.
Yes, closer to the heart. Yeah.
But the music grew on him. And now,
They're like my brothers, they're family.
Mike has a real family, but there's always room on the couch for Rush.
The kids don't know Daddy without Rush. But sometimes I would be afraid to leave the house, okay? Because he'd get these videos going. I'd come in, and here's the baby in between his legs with drumsticks, hitting the hits, you know, and their arms are just little. And they'd be pulling all over the place. And, you know, Amanda, she probably got bored quickly and wanted to play with her Barbie dolls or something. But the boys, they just loved it.
It's a happy household.
With drumsticks, hitting the hits, you know, and their arms are just little. And they'd be pulling all over the place. And, you know, Amanda, she probably got bored quickly and wanted to play with her Barbie dolls or something. But the boys, they just loved it.
It's a happy household. Nothing like the one Mike grew up in.
I didn't have the greatest parents in the world. They weren't too interested in families.
Mike left home at the age of 16 after his dad tossed out his collection of Rush treasures.
It was a punishment type thing, you know. If I did something he didn't like, you know, he would go after materials that I, you know, liked, enjoyed, or whatever, and that was it. I don't do that with my children, you know. I never understood that, so I started just living downtown Toronto. Staying in these stopovers, hostels. After that, I just kept moving around and lived in the streets for a while.
The stories he tells me of his past, any child would withdraw into something. And for him, it was music, and it was the music of Rush.
Even on the street, Mike always had a few Rush records close at hand.
I'd go up to the library and listen to them all day, and then I'd just go find a place to sleep for that night.
It took him away. I think it was his escape.
Even though I was always hungry and cold or whatever, they were always there. That's that family thing.
One of the most powerful compliments I think we get is from people who say, you know, your music touched me at a time in my life where it was really important and it really helped me get through a difficult period.
That always blows my mind that, you know, rock music can have that kind of comforting effect on somebody.
Sergio, check your mic.
At rehearsal today, Mike has a more immediate issue. It's with Serge, the singer.
Syphilis. Check. Syphilis?
He's not a true die for the music Rush fan. He's more a musical theater kind of guy.
Brigadoon, Brigadoon.
So there are times when he forgets he's in a Rush tribute band and he thinks he's on Broadway.
Oh, now you're really scaring everybody. Just backing up.
Sometimes I do dance, and, you know, the guys would start making fun of me because I would do all those, you know, classical dance, you know, ballet type of thing, which looks, of course, funny, you know, to this type of music.
Now, you were dancing better last time. We told him at the beginning we don't want to see him doing any pirouettes and, you know, anything on stage that might get us beat up.
Mike's working on a dance of his own, a carefully choreographed slideshow for the band's upcoming concert.
For each song, I'm just going to do the album cover. Fade in, fade out.
It'll be his tribute band's version of the big show put on by the real Rush. But when he shows it to the guys in the band...
I just needed to reboot.
That's why.
Reboot.
Yeah.
We came up with this idea a little bit too close to the show.
This could be trouble.
If you want to meet girls, do not go to a Rush concert.
Exactly.
Or a Free Will concert. If you want to meet guys with pencil, pocket protectors and professors from the school, yeah, that's your spot.
It's 10 hours to showtime.
Well, we gotta pull out the ramp. I don't think you left me enough room for the ramp.
Dave Cornwall and the guys from the Rush tribute band Free Will have to move a truckload of gear across town to the Clubhouse bar. Rule number 1 for Rush tribute artists: never pass up a chance to practice.
It's got some good acoustics in it, though, doesn't it?
And the men who hold high places must be the ones who start to mold a new reality closer to the heart. Yes, closer to the heart. Blacksmith, not the artist.
Dave's rehearsal room is being stripped to the bare walls. The loading takes all morning.
It's Rush secret.
Just packing up the monster drum set is a 2-hour job. Tonight is going to be big. It's the band's 13th anniversary. These guys are in Rush overload.
So it's 12 o'clock, right? So we're gonna take 5 minutes, and then we're gonna hit the road.
Even a trip to the clubhouse in Tempe is a tribute to Rush. Drummer Neil Peart likes to ride a Harley-Davidson motorcycle to his gigs, so that's what Rob Kippard does too.
Neil Peart's held up in such high regard, and I'm trying to emulate him to some degree.
In a few hours, the clubhouse is going to rock. Characters from Rush album covers are going to come alive on stage. That means recruiting help. And where better to find it than among their many die-hard fans?
We have the Presto Bunny. The Presto Bunny is a real good friend of ours, Vinny.
We have our Bones guy who break dances during Roll the Bones. He does the pop lock
And the fans will recreate the visual pun from Rush's 1981 album, Moving Pictures. It's a total dedication to Rush.
Hey, whatever it takes, right? I hear you, man. Rush show.
But it comes at a price.
You look warm.
Your name's Presto.
Rush fans can be pretty harsh if they want to. If you're not very good, they're gonna tell you, and they're not gonna mince words either.
They're super fans, loyal to Dave and his band. But nothing, repeat, nothing escapes their critical gaze.
The attention to detail is just,
Because Rush fans notice that. I mean,
Well,
you'll play the
always
greatest
did.
show in the world and go, but Alex's guitar's got gold knobs. Your guys got black knobs. What's up with that?
They want this entire song to be played,
Yeah.
note for note. They don't want any mistakes.
I mean,
'Cause they pick up on the mistakes.
You better do that really good because that's my favorite band. And if you miss one note, dude, I will be all over you.
Even the real Rush plays under the superfan microscope.
I've done gigs where I've forgotten lyrics, and they haven't. The air drummers are not making the same mistakes we are on stage. I can't fool these people, I've got to play every note. I've got to play my best every night, and otherwise they're going to know it.
My first real experience, I went out and bought 2112.
Yeah, same here.
And listened to that on the way home.
That was a life-changing experience.
Yeah, sure it was.
That's just insane. I'd have to say that Rush is maybe smarter. It's more than just a band, you know what I mean? It's the stuff that they taught you about music and about, obviously, lyrics and these, the concept of individuality and then the battle of the heart and the mind and all that kind of stuff.
I want to be Alex Lifeson, really. I really do. I want to be in Rush and play guitar.
And these, the concept of individuality and then the battle of the heart and the mind and all that kind of stuff.
I want to be Alex Lifeson, really. I really do. I want to be in Rush and play guitar so bad, but it will never happen.
Wouldn't that be great to be like Alex Lifeson? That would be great.
There's probably about 20 or 30 faces that we see at 20 shows in the course of a tour. And I don't know how they do it.
I can watch the same show 4 nights in a row, and I know exactly what's coming every time. And
Doesn't matter.
Oh, this is going to be great. The next night, oh, this is going to be great.
I don't know how they can afford the the time from work and the cost of the tickets and the travel, but I see them, and it's nice. And I kind of, wink at them and let them know that I recognize them.
Oh, sweet!
And everybody has a "the day I met Geddy" story.
This is when I met Geddy the first time, and this was behind the radio station.
And they announced on the radio, hey, Geddy Lee's going to be in studio.
Me and Valerie, my wife, made a frantic dash down there, and we actually pulled up at the same time Geddy did.
Jumps in his truck, runs down to the studio.
I asked him to sign some stuff.
Pulls the license plate off his truck that says Ged on it.
So I ripped that thing off, and I took it, and I waited for him to come back.
Runs up to him, dude, you gotta sign my license plate.
He looked at it, and he looked at me, and he
puts it on. I'm in a Rush tribute band, and
looked over at my wife, Val. And
Geddy just kind of leans over to Val and goes,
I'm sorry you have to put up with him.
Yeah, Rush fans are, bless their hearts. They're unbelievable.
At the clubhouse, it's 6 hours to showtime. Dave needs 150 people in here at $10 a pop just to break even.
It seemed to work. I just think the batteries just died really quick.
His expenses go beyond batteries and include an acrylic wig for Val, who's dressing up as the Ooh La La girl from the Rush Permanent Waves album.
Please curl up and not flat.
Freewheeling concert, Rush tribute this weekend.
There's also the cost of flyers.
Good night. Thank
500 handed out on the street the night before.
Rush tribute band, have a good time. What?
So there's a lot to worry about and a whole list of things that could go wrong.
Yeah, because I kind of didn't even think about that.
Back in Burlington, a Hollywood promoter glides into town looking for talent.
I want to see that they can play their instruments and give rendition to the songs that the fans would expect, and that's where it has to start.
It's show day for Mike Deo and his Burlington, Ontario Rush tribute band 2112, and it's going to be a long one.
I think it's about 18 hours total from the time we start loading packing up in the studio and loading up to getting it back upstairs and then going home.
There are problems. Mike's torn shoulder is still bothering him.
It's still sore. I can't extend it to do certain songs, but I struggle through them.
And there's another strain on Mike, a financial one.
Just slide it right beside
He's borrowed the pickup truck and trailer to save a few bucks, but that just means more money to spend renting gear for the concert.
No. Yeah.
In here, Mike's like a kid in a candy store.
Let's do the All in the Family thing.
Just gonna make sure we got everything. Console, screen, snake, monitor, cable for the monitors, stands for the lights, cable for the lights, 2 lights, and you have your own controller. Yeah. Who's paying?
I've paid out enough money for equipment and things that you could buy a house with. Tammy will tell you that. She reminds me every day.
Sometimes he hides the receipts or he hid them, and then I would find them, and some of the stories he would come up with.
Rush isn't the problem. What's the word? Fanaticism to the Rush. It's the spending on equipment. That's the problem.
I just have to deal with it. It's one of those things that we agree to disagree on.
Is there any way to find out how much I've spent in here? It's for the divorce court. They need to know.
I do have to put my foot down sometimes when it comes to the decor.
Whoa, it's over $20,000.
I think over the edge would be that big poster that I saw in my bedroom the other week. The bedroom is off limits. I'm sorry, I just can't relax with this big face of Neil Peart and Geddy Lee, and, it's just not romantic.
Dave and the guys from Free Will, just minutes from taking the stage, are having wardrobe malfunctions with their fancy new Rush robes.
God damn it.
Oh, the things I do for this guy. Look at it.
Need someone to tie my shoes for me.
Yeah, this is their biggest show. They're nervous as hell.
You're on, dude.
They're trying to be cool, but I know they're freaking out.
Well, just when you're ready, then I'll go out there, and then you guys come up behind me and do your thing. Mom's checking. Just so I can show off the robe, that's all. That's the only reason I'm doing that. You know, while I'm up there, I might as well say, hey, look at me.
Back in Burlington, Mike's not thinking about wardrobe. He has too many other problems.
Yeah, something keeps popping.
First, the lights go out.
So it's that one up there that keeps blowing. We're gonna run an extension cord into the bathroom. We're gonna plug it right into the toilet.
By the time Mike has everything plugged in and working, there are wires everywhere. Somebody could trip over all this. They're already an hour late for sound check, and Mike has to go back to the music store for more gear.
I gotta pick up a board because we ran out of inputs on the 24 track.
Everybody's on edge. They'd feel even more pressure if they knew who, at that moment, was cruising in from the airport.
I want to see that they can play their instruments and give rendition to the songs that the fans would expect, and that's where it has to start. And if they suck, I'll tell them that too.
Mike Gaiman, a Hollywood promoter, is shopping for talent. He manages tribute bands, including ones to Genesis and Pink Floyd. Now he wants to add a Rush tribute to the list, and where better to look than on Rush's home turf. 2 minutes to showtime. Calamity. The projector crashes.
So maybe the wire got pulled out?
The wire was pulled out by Phil when he tripped over it. Now the connections are damaged beyond repair.
We're gonna have to skip all of it if it's like that.
We're gonna have to skip the whole thing.
You know?
It's showtime.
Everybody will know this one.
And the men who hold high places must be the ones who start to mold a new reality closer to the heart, closer to the heart. Blacksmith and
The band doesn't know that they're auditioning for promoter Mike Gaiman.
forge the creativity.
There's no stage, and now no slideshow. All of Mike's hard work on that was for nothing. But the fans seem to be enjoying themselves. At the end of the first set, Mike Gaiman introduces himself.
Hey guys, you guys were really good. I'm Michael, by the way.
Hi, Mike. Sam.
Sam?
Serge.
Serge?
Mike.
Mike?
Phil.
Phil, Mike, Serge, Sam. I can't remember the last time I saw a show where drums weren't mic'd and where a band that had to play music this technical was playing through 2 tin cans and a piece of string. If you don't mind, I'll make a few phone calls on your behalf and, you know, get you into a place that might have a real PA and monitors. Cheers.
Absolutely. Gee, that's not too shabby.
Not too shabby. This could be their big chance. But will the Hollywood guy deliver? Mike goes back to his truck and to his second job delivering newspapers and waits for word.
He hasn't come through with anything yet for us, but he says he is working on it.
Gee, that's not too shabby.
Not too shabby. This could be their big chance. But will the Hollywood guy deliver? Mike goes back to his truck and to his second job delivering newspapers and waits for word.
He hasn't come through with anything yet for us, but he says he is working on things. And so, you know, we have our hopes are up.
Hello?
Hi.
Michael, how are you?
I need you to talk to your guys about something.
Okay, we're all here.
I have a firm offer for you to appear in New York's premier venue for music at Times Square in the heart of Manhattan. It's B.B. King.
The B.B. Kings, the club name for the legendary King of Blues, the Times Square landmark where Little Richard and James Brown sang? Wow, he must be kidding.
Wow, you're kidding.
No, I'm serious.
Wow, that sounds sweet.
And I hope you guys are available.
Yeah, we will be, yes. We will make ourselves, yes.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Mike. New York.
New York City.
New York. Who cares?
Where else bigger could you play?
Everything starts going through your mind. What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? I'm shaking more now than I was when he was on the phone. B.B. King's is a big place.
It's like a premier club. It's the top club.
All right. My legs are shaking. They're giving us a buffet out there. It's like, holy cow, how good is that? You know?
Free Will is the best Rush tribute band on the planet. Make some noise.
Dave Spaghetti Lee Cornwall and his Rush tribute band Free Will take the stage at the Clubhouse. It's their biggest show in 13 years, packed with a lot of extras that have to work on cue. The dryer spins, the projector projects, the double-neck guitars dazzle the fans. And so does Val in her Ooh La La Girl outfit. Vinny the Presto Bunny makes an appearance. The moving pictures move. The guy in the skeleton suit does the pop-a-lock. And the Rush fans are in heaven.
Best night
start
ever.
with Hans and just go on down?
Best night ever.
Free Will just made us go, wow, we love Rush. We're a bunch of freaks for Rush.
There's so much love and detail that goes into the work that they do.
So how do you top that?
Oh, we'll top it.
We should do another show. We're just playing
We'll
Rush.
do another show.
We're bunnies next time.
We're bunnies?
I want to get, like, a cage of real bunnies with, hats.
Real
like all,
bunnies?
Yeah.
Give away a bunny to everyone who comes to the show.
13 years of Free Will, baby.
13 years.
I mean, Neil's always kind of higher in the middle.
Dave and the Free Will guys are on a roll. And so is Mike Dale. He and the band are on a road trip to New York City and the B.B. King Blues Club.
13 years of Free Will, baby.
13 years.
I mean, Neil's always kind of higher in the middle.
Dave and the Free Will guys are on a roll. And so is Mike Dale. He and the band are on a road trip to New York City and the B.B. King Blues Club.
No butterflies for me.
Mike's the one that gets a little bit more nervous and the stomach starts going.
And in an email to me about 3 days ago, he says, I don't know, I'm starting to stress out about this thing now. So it's like, yeah, there it is.
I'm really nervous about my playing, like making sure everything comes across and I'm entertaining.
After 10 hours of driving, it's hello, New York for the guys from Burlington. Magic moments don't come much bigger than this.
So where do they drop the ball? At New Year's Eve?
Oh, probably from there, isn't it?
No, it's up there, isn't it? It's up there, yeah.
And here it is, B.B. King's, where they'll play in just a few hours. The king of blues himself performs here, but not today. The headliner is a tribute to Meatloaf. Mike and the guys are the warm-up act.
But I was thinking how massive this whole thing is, and I'm wondering when it's going to hit me.
It's kind of surreal, you know? It's like, wow, that's not me, but it is, you know?
This is the coolest part right here, Jeff. We're in Ticketmaster.
We're on Ticketmaster. Pardon me?
Inside, a real stage in a big room that drips with music history, right down to the beer taps. And back here, their own dressing room.
Yeah, get used to something like that. Oh, I could definitely get used to this, man. They're giving us a buffet out there. It's like, holy cow, how good is that, you know?
Yeah, keep playing, and let's play as the groove from like one of the songs, so we'll okay.
At soundcheck, it begins to really sink in.
You have some things over here.
This isn't the Boston Manor.
Give me a nice shout into the mic. Very good, thank you.
It feels like a real deal. Finally, you know, instead of just kind of playing in the bar.
Minutes to showtime. The place fills up with a paying New York audience. You'd think Mike would be excited.
I'm always afraid I'm going to get sick and Ralph up on stage. My buddy, a bass player, a friend of mine, he went out and ate at McDonald's or something, and sick as a dog just before he went on. He was like this behind his hand. You know, woo!
Throw my bags down, I'm gonna go enjoy. All right, guys, they seem a little nervous, which goes with the territory.
Mike Deo and his Rush tribute band 2112 on stage at the B.B. King Blues Club in New York City have a serious case of the jitters. Eventually, they settle down, and everything begins to work. Even Mike's slideshow. "75 minutes on a stage, playing the music of their idols before a New York audience."
Thank you.
In the world of tribute bands, it doesn't get much better than this.
They got a good house, they got some partisan crowd, and I think they're doing pretty well.
When someone wants to do your music, that's really the ultimate compliment that a musician can get, more than record sales, more than, you know, awards.
That was awesome. Thank you, sir.
Dude, nice job, man.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
I'm hopeful that with a little help, they can achieve their dream someday of playing Massey Hall.
I couldn't be prouder. It's my honey's dream. Yes. And it's coming to fruition.
But it's a good thing Mike isn't in it for the money.
This is for the hotel.
Okay, great.
I also want to give you, for gas and whatever, 310C.
Bigger and better things? Success
Cheers.
all around. Cheers.
Are you still on that bigger and better stuff?